Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I deeply regret that I was unable to join you at this year's Global Platform for Disaster Risk Reduction. In my tenure as President of the ECOSOC, disasters have shown that development is not sustainable unless it is risk-informed. Cyclone Idai in Mozambique, Malawi, and Zimbabwe highlighted the need to accelerate the integration of DRR into development for resilient societies. And Cyclone Fani in India, even more recently, demonstrated the power of recognizing risk and reducing it by incorporating early warnings and planning initiatives to minimize loss of human life. It is clear that if we are to achieve the goals of the 2030 Agenda, we can no longer only begin to think about disaster risk after a disaster. Ladies and gentlemen, the Sendai Framework for Disaster Risk Reduction is intrinsically linked with the 2030 Agenda, and the next 2 years of its implementation are crucial to set us on a pathway to success. This year, the HLPF, under the auspices of ECOSOC, the SDG Summit, the High-Level Dialogue on Financing for Development, and the midterm review of the Samoa Pathway provide critical opportunities to recommit to global cooperation for development and disaster risk reduction. I encourage delegations present to use the deliberations of this year's global platform to inform their countries' positions in the negotiations of the political declaration and other outcomes of the high-level week. I look forward to their bold and transformative actions to be presented at the Secretary-General's Climate Action Summit and other acceleration commitments at the SDG Summit. At the national level, the 2020 deadlines for Sendai Framework target national and local DRR strategies, national adaptation plans, and NDCs are a critical step in the planning process to ensure that risk and climate-informed development policy is created. This will accelerate the implementation of the 2030 Agenda during the last 10 years. In anticipation of the 2020 deadlines, I would encourage countries presenting voluntary national reviews at the HLPF this July under the auspices of the ECOSOC to include the views and lessons learned shared during this year's global platform. We acknowledge that development itself can create disaster risk if this component is not factored into planning and policy. We must, therefore, ensure that future development and investments are risk-informed and efforts are undertaken to reduce the existing unsustainable level of risk. We need to be deliberate and focused in contributing to building resilience of the most vulnerable. Thank you.